Friendship is one of the most beautiful gifts we can have. A good friend is like family, someone to laugh with, cry with, and share your deepest thoughts. But what happens when the friend you trusted with your secrets becomes the person who betrays you? Today, we're talking about a reality many of us have faced: the danger of sharing too much with the wrong person. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman named Sarah. She had a friend, Lily. They were inseparable, always laughing, always together. Sarah trusted Lily completely and told her everything: her family problems, her financial struggles, even her personal insecurities. To Sarah, Lily was her safe space. But one day, they had a small argument. It wasn't even serious, but it created a crack in their friendship. Before Sarah knew it, Lily had turned into someone she didn't recognize. Lily started spreading Sarah's secrets to others. Things Sarah had shared in confidence became public gossip. This kind of betrayal happens more often than we think. Why? Because people change, circumstances change. Sometimes jealousy creeps in. Sometimes people use what you've shared to feel more powerful or to hurt you when they're angry. It's painful, but it's a reality. The truth is, not everyone deserves to know the most vulnerable parts of you. Just because someone is kind today doesn't mean they'll stay the same tomorrow. Here's something we often forget. If you can't keep your own secrets to yourself, how can you expect someone else to keep them for you? Think about it. You trusted yourself with that information first, and the moment you shared it, you lost control over who hears it next. And here's the truth. A friend you trust also has someone they trust. They might share your secret with that person thinking it's harmless, but then that person shares it with someone else they trust, and before you know it, your private story becomes public knowledge. When that happens, can we really blame others, or do we need to look in the mirror and take some responsibility? I know this might sound harsh, but it's a reality check we all need. The best way to protect your secrets is to learn the value of silence. Not everything needs to be said. Not every thought or struggle needs to be shared with someone else. Sometimes the safest place for your secrets is within you. So the next time you're tempted to pour your heart out to someone, ask yourself this: would I be okay if this information got out? If the answer is no, then keep it close. Trust yourself enough to handle your own secrets, and you'll save yourself a lot of pain and regret later on. So what can we do? Should we stop trusting people completely? No. Life would be lonely if we didn't build connections. Sharing is part of being human. Keeping everything bottled up can feel like carrying a heavy load on your back. Sometimes sharing what's on your mind feels like taking that weight off. It's natural to want someone to listen, to understand, to help you through your struggles. For many of us, that's how we heal, by talking it out. But here's where we need to be careful. While sharing can bring relief, it can also come with risks. Not everyone you share with is equipped to handle your vulnerability. Some might judge you, others might unintentionally share your story with others, and some might even use it against you later. That's why it's so important to choose who you open up to wisely. So how do you balance the need to share with the need to protect your privacy? Here are some tips. Observe how they handle others' secrets. It's said that actions speak louder than words, and this couldn't be more true when it comes to trust. One of the easiest ways to tell if someone is trustworthy is to watch how they handle other people's secrets. If they're quick to share someone else's private information with you, take it as a warning sign. Think about it. If they have no problem spilling another person's secrets, what's stopping them from doing the same to you? They might justify it by saying, "Oh, I'm only telling you because I trust you." But that's exactly how they'll justify sharing your secrets with someone else. Gossip is like a ripple in water. It starts small, but it spreads far and wide. A person who thrives on sharing other people's stories often does so for attention, validation, or simply out of habit. They might not even realize the damage they're causing, but their behavior reveals something important: a lack of boundaries. If someone regularly gossips to you, think about where that information is coming from. It was probably shared with them in confidence and now they're passing it along. If you become part of this cycle, your private life could easily become the next piece of gossip when the time comes. Sometimes people who gossip aren't doing it to intentionally harm others. They might be trying to bond with you or feel included. But even when it's not malicious, gossip reveals one thing. This person doesn't fully understand or respect the value of privacy. And that lack of respect can hurt you down the line. So ask yourself, do I want my secrets in the hands of someone who doesn't think twice before sharing someone else's? The answer is probably no. A truly trustworthy person is someone who respects boundaries even when no one is watching. They don't speak ill of others behind their backs, and they avoid sharing stories that aren't theirs to tell. These are the people you can trust with your own stories because they've shown they understand the importance of keeping things private. When you're testing a friend's loyalty, watch for these signs. 1. They deflect gossip. Instead of engaging in gossip, they steer the conversation towards something positive or neutral. 2. They speak kindly of others. Even when they're upset with someone, they avoid tearing them down or sharing unnecessary details. 3. They admit when they don't know. Instead of speculating about others' lives, they stay quiet or say, "I don't know enough to comment." These behaviors reflect a person who values trust, and those are the friends worth opening up to. At the end of the day, you deserve friends who protect your secrets, not broadcast them. How people treat others, it's often the clearest indicator of how they'll treat you. Choose your confidants wisely and remember, it's better to keep your secrets to yourself than to hand them over to someone who sees them as gossip material. Set boundaries. Not every detail is meant to be shared. We often hear people say, a true friend knows everything about you. But let's take a step back and ask, is that really necessary? Does a friend need to know everything for the friendship to be meaningful? The truth is, no. Friendships don't have to be built on complete transparency. They thrive on mutual respect, understanding, and trust. It's important to understand that setting boundaries doesn't mean you don't trust your friends. In fact, it's the opposite. Boundaries show that you value the friendship enough to protect it. By sharing only what feels right, you avoid situations that might lead to misunderstandings, regrets, or even betrayal. Real friends will respect your boundaries. They won't pressure you to share more than you're comfortable with. And if someone does push, it's a sign that they may not have your best interests at heart. Knowing your boundaries doesn't make you cold or secretive. It makes you self-aware and wise. When you protect your inner world, you're also protecting the strength and longevity of your relationships. So, the next time you're tempted to share everything, remember, it's okay to hold back. You don't have to give every piece of yourself to prove you care about someone. Real connections aren't built on how much you share. They're built on respect, loyalty, and understanding. Boundaries serve two important purposes. They protect your emotional well-being, and they safeguard your relationships. Here's why they matter. They help you maintain control over your life. Once you share a personal detail, you lose control over where it might go next. Boundaries ensure you keep some parts of your life private, protecting you from unnecessary exposure or gossip. They preserve trust in friendships. Oversharing can sometimes overwhelm or burden a friend. By being mindful of what you share, you create space for mutual respect and avoid placing your friend in uncomfortable situations. They prevent regrets. There's nothing worse than sharing something in a moment of vulnerability and regretting it later. Boundaries act as a filter, helping you decide what's truly worth sharing. Not sure where to draw the line? Here are some tips to help you decide what to share and what to keep private. Ask yourself, why am I sharing this? Before sharing, pause and reflect. Are you looking for advice, validation, or comfort? Or are you sharing just to vent or fill the silence? If the reason doesn't feel meaningful, it might be better to hold back. Consider the impact. Think about how sharing this information might affect you and your friend. Will it make you feel lighter, or will it leave you feeling exposed? Will it help the friendship, or could it create tension? Start small. Instead of diving into deeply personal topics, test the waters with smaller, less significant details. See how your friend reacts before opening up further. When you share something small, you're giving your friend a chance to show their loyalty and discretion. If they handle that information with care, it's a sign they may be ready to handle bigger things. But if that detail makes its way back to you through someone else, you'll know they're not ready, or simply not trustworthy. Keep some things between you and yourself. Some parts of your life are meant to be just yours. Whether it's a personal struggle, a mistake you're still processing, or a dream you're unsure about, it's okay to keep these things private until you're ready to share, or even forever. The power of privacy. Privacy is not just about keeping secrets, it's about maintaining control over your life and protecting your peace. Some aspects of your life are sacred, and they don't need an audience. These are the parts of you that should stay between you and God, or simply between you and yourself. We live in a world where sharing is encouraged on social media, in conversations, even in friendships. But not everything needs to be said, posted, or explained. Some things gain more meaning and strength when they are kept private. There are many reasons why keeping some things private is essential. To protect your peace. Sharing too much can invite unnecessary opinions, criticism, or drama. Some moments are meant to be savored quietly without outside interference. Keeping them private allows you to enjoy them fully and in your own way. To guard your vulnerabilities. Not everyone deserves access to your most personal thoughts and struggles. When you share something deeply personal, you're putting your heart in someone else's hands. It's okay to choose wisely and to reserve some things just for you. To preserve sacred connections. For those who are spiritual, there's a special intimacy in sharing your fears, dreams, and mistakes with God alone. These private conversations allow you to reflect, heal, and grow without fear of judgment or betrayal. To maintain self-worth. Some aspects of your life are so personal that sharing them might dilute their value. When you keep them private, you're affirming their significance and your own self-respect. Examples of what to keep private. Not sure what should stay private? Here are a few examples. Your deepest fears and insecurities. These are sensitive parts of you that may be misunderstood or misused if shared with the wrong person. Unfinished dreams or goals. Sometimes sharing your plans too early can invite doubt or negativity that may discourage you. Personal struggles you're still processing. Before you've found clarity, it's better to reflect or seek guidance from God or a trusted mentor. Acts of kindness or success. Not every good deed or achievement needs to be shared. Some moments are more meaningful when kept between you and the universe. Keeping certain things private doesn't mean you're isolating yourself or being secretive. It means you're honoring your inner world and creating a safe space for self-reflection and healing. Solitude allows you to process your thoughts, learn from your experiences, and grow without external noise or judgment. And for those who are spiritual, privacy gives you the chance to strengthen your relationship with God. Sometimes the answers we seek don't come from people. They come in the quiet moments when we turn inward or upward. In a society that celebrates openness, privacy can feel like an act of rebellion. But it's not weakness, it's wisdom. It shows that you understand the value of your life and your experiences. You don't owe every part of yourself to others, and that's okay. Keeping some things private doesn't make you less connected to the world. It makes you more connected to yourself. So trust your instincts, guard your peace, and remember there are parts of your life that are meant to be cherished in silence. If you've ever been betrayed by a friend, I want you to know that it's not the end of the world. Yes, it hurts, but it's also an opportunity to grow. Betrayal teaches us resilience. It reminds us to lean on the people who have proven their loyalty and to value the gift of privacy. And for those who have hurt someone by misusing their trust, it's never too late to make things right. Apologize, heal the wounds you've caused. Life is too short to hold on to grudges. At the end of the day, friendships are meant to lift us up, not tear us down. Be careful who you trust, but don't let fear stop you from loving others. And remember, trust is a treasure. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. If this video resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever been in a situation where a friend betrayed you? How did you handle it? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if you found this message helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to True Live Stories. Let's keep learning and growing together.